Hello friends, welcome to this new lecture. In this lecture, we are going to learn how AI can help to elevate SOC operations and remove the pain points. So let's jump into the action. So first area where AI can help is automated triage and noise reduction. As you know, hundreds and thousands of alerts are generated on a daily basis. AI can reduce the number of false positive alerts that are generated on daily basis. Now, how AI performs this is by performing a baselining. AI performs baselining on the user activities and then tries to find anomalies against the baselined user activities. For example, a user logs in every day at 10 a.m. on the server and tries to perform its day-to-day tasks. AI performs a baseline that this user always logs in at 10 a.m. and tries to access certain files and systems. Now, if there is any anomaly in this behavior, then AI can use this anomaly to identify the security threat. But if an alert is generated related to this activity, which is not an anomaly, it can suppress this alert, and this is called noise reduction and removal of false positives. Now, automated triage. Since AI has performed the baselining, it can perform the initial triaging by adding the required details so that if required, the SOC analyst can look into those alerts and can understand why this alert was generated and can quickly suppress or prioritize that alert. The next area where AI helps is advanced analytics and correlation. Correlating various logs or events is necessary in order to identify that whether there is a security incident or not, or whether there is a security threat present in the system or not. Now, if we perform correlation manually, it is going to take a lot of time. For example, a DevOps engineer logged into the production server at 10 a.m. and tried to access a sensitive file. Now, in the normal instance, this seems to be a suspicious activity. But what if there is a production incident opened against this, and against this production incident, this BizOps engineer is trying to debug a client issue in the production server? If we correlate the production incident with the DevOps engineer behavior, we can ascertain that this is not a security incident or this is not a security threat. So this kind of correlation can be automatically performed by AI and can help us to reduce false positives within the system. The next area where AI can help is AI-assisted threat hunting. Now, to perform threat hunting, AI uses machine learning, behavioral analytics to detect hidden sophisticated threats across the networks. It can investigate persistent threats by analyzing large amount of data sets in real time. Now, let's understand AI-assisted threat hunting with an example. Now, for example, a user logged into the system at 3 a.m. from a different country and tries to access a sensitive database that has never been accessed before. Now, AI detects this activity. Now, before this activity, there was a PowerShell command executed on that user's endpoint as well. The AI will correlate these two activities and will flag this activity to the security team and will provide the visual timeline of the entire attack path. This will help security teams to isolate the account very quickly and to perform threat hunting within minutes instead of days. So, using the power of correlation, using the power of threat signatures, using the power of advanced analytics, AI can help us to provide a visual timeline to the SOC team and can help to avoid a security incident by taking action in seconds and minutes instead of days. I hope you are now clear what is AI-assisted threat hunting. Let's move to the next benefit where AI can help in SOC operations, that is identity and insider risk detection. Now, as we discussed, insider risk detection is the process of monitoring the users that already have access to the system. As you know, users like contractors, employees, they already have access to the system and they might have access to production data as well. AI can help us to detect any insider risk. Now, for example, if a disgruntled employee tries to download the data from the production system, AI can immediately detect such activity within seconds and can block that download. This kind of real-time detection is only possible with AI into picture, and that's how AI can help with SOC operations, which is identity and insider risk detection. The next area where AI can help is creating executive reporting and insights. There might be a process where regular reporting needs to be generated from various systems. Such kind of tasks can be automated with the help of AI. Another important area where AI can help is response orchestration, or it is also called SOAR plus AI, which is security orchestration, automation and response with the help of AI. Now let's understand response orchestration or SOAR plus AI with an example. Now suppose a disgruntled employee already has access to production data. That employee logs into the system at 3 a.m. in the night and starts downloading the production data. Now since we have AI within the picture, AI will quickly detect that malicious activity and will stop that download. After that, as a part of response orchestration, it will create a temporary block on that user account. Now this is done to ensure that no further malicious activity is performed from that user account, and an alert is generated to the security team or to the SOC team about this incident. Now when SOC team will review this alert, they will have the entire data given by AI related to this incident, and they will be able to take action against that employee. Now since in this case AI automatically blocked that user account temporarily and provided a response to that incident, this is called SOAR with the help of AI, where automatic action was taken by AI in response to the incident. I hope you are now clear how AI can help us with various SOC operations. Let's now also see where AI is right and where AI might be wrong as well when we will use AI for SOC operations. Now, since we have seen the various benefits where AI can help with SOC operations, we also need to understand where AI is good, but also the areas where AI might fail as well. So let's first understand where AI is good and can help with SOC operations. So the areas where AI is good at is to handle massive amount of data at machine speed. Now this is evident. AI can handle huge amount of data, huge amount of alerts at a really fast speed, which cannot be matched by a human. We all agree on that. The next area where AI is really good at is spotting patterns and behavioral anomalies. As we discussed, AI creates a baseline for all the user behaviors for various different processes. For a human, it is impossible to create such a baseline against huge amount of activities and then identify anomalies. So we completely agree that AI is really good at spotting patterns and anomalies. The next area where AI is really good at is correlating alerts from various sources and tools. As we again discussed, for a normal human, it is difficult to correlate alerts from various sources because it's a time-consuming process for humans. But for machines, it is a simple process and they can execute this process at a really fast pace. And since AI is able to correlate alerts at a very fast pace, they can prioritize risk quickly for us, and they can prioritize risk based on various factors like impact to the organization, impact to the system, and not just the severity or CVSS score. Now, as you might be knowing, CVSS score is Common Vulnerability Scoring System. Now, this is a scoring system that is used to score various vulnerabilities or CVEs that are available there. And many tools uses CVSS scores to assign severity to a vulnerability. But it is just one way of looking at a vulnerability. The amount of impact that vulnerability can have on the organization financially and from operational perspective, that is another area, and that's where AI is good at, because AI is able to prioritize risk based on the financial impact, based on reputation impact, and not just the severity assigned by CVSS scores. And also AI is really good at threat hunting. They are able to identify advanced persistent threats that might not be detected by the controls that are present in the system to identify such threats. Now let's see where AI fails, because obviously there will be areas where AI has limitations. So the first area where AI has limitations is in making final decisions or containment calls. Now let's understand with an example. Now suppose a DevOps engineer logged into the system at 3 a.m. and they are trying to troubleshoot an issue with the application. Now since this activity is happening at an odd time and it might be a one-off activity, the AI can raise alarm against it and might take decision to temporarily block DevOps engineer account to safeguard the system. Now, as we know, this is a legitimate activity because there is a production incident. Now, in such cases, it can hamper the productivity of the engineer because AI has taken a decision. AI was not aware that there was a security incident. Since AI took the final call, because of that, there is a production impact because DevOps engineer was not able to fix that production incident. In this case, AI failed because AI was lacking context of that production incident. Now, in such cases, human context is really required to take the final decision and understanding business context and intent. Now, since the production incident was created by a customer, DevOps engineer had to jump into the production system at an odd time. The humans knew the context, but AI didn't. And because of that, AI blocked the DevOps engineer account and everything was stopped. Such kind of edge cases needs to be handled with supervision. That's where AI can fail and human supervision is required. To take such final decision calls where production incidents can happen, we need to have human supervision in place to ensure the production processes are not impacted. Now, in this example that we discussed, humans knew that there was a production incident and they knew the urgency of this incident. AI did not have that transparency, and that's why AI didn't know why DevOps engineer was logging into the system. Now, avoiding confident but wrong conclusions. Now, let's understand with an example. Now, these AI models sometimes hallucinate because these AI models have been trained on large set of data, and these AI models are basically pattern recognition engines where they try to predict the next set of activities. AI models don't think or understand the real world. They actually try to predict the most plausible sequence of incidents. Now, if there was an issue with the training data, the AI models can hallucinate and can generate wrong conclusions. Now, because these AI models don't have understanding of the real world context and they take decisions based on the training dataset, there are possibilities where they will hallucinate and make wrong conclusions, and that's where human supervision is required over these AI tools. I hope you now understand the areas where AI is good and can help us with the SOC activities, but also the areas where human supervision will be required. So ultimately, it will be AI and human driven SOC teams that will lead the future. I hope you are now clear how AI can help with SOC operations, where AI will excel and where AI will still need human supervision. I hope you have enjoyed this lecture. You have learned something new. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lecture.